All right, guys, got my little 562 here, Mark II. Been doing a little cutting. This wood here is smaller. I've already cut some big wood with it, some big red oak. It was probably 20 inches in diameter, and it done good. You know, it's like in torque compared to, I'm used to running ported saws. It's like a little torque compared to that. But honestly, it don't do too bad as long as you keep it up where it needs to be. The chain could be just a little, it's not out of the, it's not as sharp as what it could be. I mean, it's not terribly dull by no means. I've tried to keep it, you know, out of the dirt, but you know, this stuff has been pushed up to burn, so it could have a little dirt and grime on it, and I'm not going to go through and take the time to fix all that, you know what I'm saying, or clean it all off before I do the cuts. So I brought a couple extra chains like I always do, and a couple extra saws. So anyway, I'm gonna do this, cut with this, and then before it's all said and done, we'll get into the big stuff, some big stuff too. I'll go down there and cut a little on that. All these trees have been here for a year or more. Some of them maybe more. So it's dry wood. It ain't like it's fresh, easy wood. I do have some western cedar cants, short ones, that I'm going to test this in. Test a lot of saws in just to show you the difference in hardwood and like that kind of wood. Anyway, let's get it going. I don't think that was the bar's fault. You know, I claim that these bars are aggravating, but I don't necessarily think that was that. I think it was just the way the weeds was. Anyway, I'm gonna go put this back on. There's a little white oak on the other side of that little gully there. I'm gonna cut on, and I might try to get up in this pile and cut in on some of that. But anyway, there's a little bit of the 562 cutting. She needs a little torque, but honestly, get this thing ported, and it's probably gonna be my new saw that I use all the time, because if you're cutting stuff that's 2 foot and less, and even bigger if you're not in a big hurry, which most of the time I'm not, I just like a little more torque. The chain speed's great on it. I like a little more torque in the saw, but it would cut trees like this right here all day long, no problem. And I do have a few trees to cut. I got one that I'm gonna cut up there that's hollow. I got 3 on the other side of this ravine here, and one big one there. But I'm trying to get some dry firewood because I'm about out of my seasoned wood, and I need to get some dry. All right, I'll catch y'all later. I'll bring you back here in a little bit. All right, I've put gas in this thing and got me something to drink and all that kind of stuff. And what I want to see here is if this thing starts better than the other 562 did. It was dang near out of gas. I went ahead and filled it up while I was there. It didn't run out sputtering, but I had to put the chain back on, and I smoked part of a cigarette and all that. And let's find out. Definitely a whole lot better than its predecessor, the one before. That's got the 2-foot bar buried, and it's dry. So this is, I mean, that cut there was pretty hard. There's a knot in there or something, or a little swell. So it's pretty hard. I'm pretty impressed with this little saw, honestly. Cut a few more off this big end here, and then probably get to splitting some. I'm gonna do some test cuts as well with the with this against the 572, because the first gen 562 to me is really close to the 572. It lacks a little torque, but it's not far off. About a 20-inch piece of wood right there, so I don't know how much cutting length I got on this bar with this dog, but honestly, the bar is about buried all but the tip. All but the tip, quite a bit buried there. It's done pretty good. And you got to think too, this is only the second tank, third tank maybe. It's going to get a little better as we run it. I'd say a muffler mod would help this. I don't know exactly how the muffler is, hauled up wise or whatever, but we'll find out when I get it ported. I'm going to try to get it ported in January. or so. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll catch y'all later. I appreciate everybody. Remember, it don't cost nothing to hit that subscribe button. So if you enjoy the least little bit of what you're seeing, and even if you don't so much, just like Saws don't like me or whatever, hit the subscribe button. It don't cost nothing. We'll catch y'all later. Thank you.